Now let's do the last portion of the chapter, that is soil erosion and soil conservation. Now what are the factors leading to soil erosion? These are overgrazing, construction, mining, defective farming methods, and the natural factors like wind, glacier and water. So we have done all few points earlier also, so you can just correlate with with those topics also. Okay, now if these are, as we discussed earlier, if during the land degradation, the same principle is going to work over here. If these are the factors for soil erosion, then the opposite of it is going to be the factors for soil conservation. So overgrazing, then overgrazing has to be stopped to conserve the soil. Construction, in that case we have to minimize the construction process, or construction has to be done in a more management way, so that land degradation or the soil erosion is less. For mining, we have to regulate mining methods. Then for defective farming methods, here we are going to learn few new concepts. So for regulating the defective farming methods, we can do contour farming, terrace farming, strip farming and shelter belts. Now let's see what are these one by one. What is contour farming? Contour farming is farming done against the slope. Okay, so if this is my mountain, then if I am doing a farming against the slope, as I move up in the same way I do a farming, then in this case the water will be not able to wash away the topsoil. So contour farming helps cultivation against the flow of the mountain. Okay, so in this way we can stop the soil erosion, or we can reduce down the soil erosion. Even if we can't stop totally, we can reduce down the soil erosion. Now what is terrace farming? Terrace farming is when the mountains are cut in the steps and we have a flat land, and again the step is cut to make a flat land. So on these flat lands crops are grown. So that sort of farming is called as terrace farming. Okay, then what is strip farming? Strip farming means when a plot of land is divided into small strips, and farming is done in the these individual plots, these small plots. Now the strips are made so that water does not wash away all the soil altogether in one flow. So the strips are going to act as barrier and it will stop the soil erosion. The last one is the shelter belts. We have already done shelter belts. Shelter belts are these are the trees which are planted on the sides of the farming land, and when there is wind is blowing, then the wind is not able to carry the soil particles with it, as the trees acts as obstruction, they act as a barrier, and the soil particles fall in these places. So trees are planted all over in the all sides and they form the shelter belts. Okay, so by these methods we can stop the soil erosion. Now you can compile this section along with the land degradation section, and you can write a 5 marks question. Few more concepts which you should know, that is gullies. So what is gullies? Now gullies are basically, they are channels which are cut through the clay soil, and when water flows through the clay soil, have a look of this picture. When the water flows on a clay soil, the water will cut through the soil and it will make deep insertions in the soil. So these deep insertions are called as gullies. Okay, so what is another term that you should know is ravines. What is ravine? Ravine is also a gully and specially found in the area of Madhya Pradesh, especially Chambal region. Okay, now what is it? It's a soil here. The soil is erosion takes place due to the gullies, and they create bad lines. Now these bad lines are called as ravines, especially in the Chambal region. So Chambal region is in MP. So you should just remember what is ravine. It is also a gully which creates bad lines, and these bad lines are called as ravines, and it's found in the Chambal region. What is sheet erosion? Sheet erosion means the top soil is completely removed or washed away with the water. So because of that, the topsoil, the humus layer is removed and the soil becomes infertile. So such an erosion where the topsoil is completely removed because of the flowing of water or because of wind also, we have the sheet erosion. So with this we come to the end of the chapter. Have a reading of the chapter, and in case you have any difficulty, we can discuss it in the class.